Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Guess what? I did check the date. I think it's June 30th. I think 2024. Welcome to my channel. This is Donna Loves Yarn, and my name is Donna. What else would it be? It is my channel after all. So there you go. I have a little bit of different background today because guess what? My son took me to lunch today. We didn't go to the place that I really wanted to because I didn't want to leave Goober in the backyard for very long, and the place I wanted to go is quite a ways away. It probably would have taken, just in commuting time back and forth, it probably would have taken, I don't know, an hour and a half maybe. I don't know for sure, but it's over on the other side of, it's on the Kansas side. I'm in west central Missouri, so it's over on the other side of the state line. So it would have been quite a trek. So we just decided to stay close by. The next place I wanted to go was closed. So we chose Chinese buffet. So we went and had Chinese buffet. Haven't done that in a long time. It was okay. I would have preferred Mexican, but it was okay. Anyway, after that, I decided that I wanted to go to this place called Cargo Largo. And basically what it is it's a huge store that takes in damaged freight. Basically. It's huge. Very, very huge. They're so big they have auctions, pallet auctions, and I know several people that participate in those pallet auctions, and then they sell them on Marketplace or wherever and almost make a living doing that. I know a gentleman who is, I guess, semi-retired or retired, and he does that. That's not his sole source of income, but anyway, that's what he does. So anyway, we go to Cargo Largo, and I wanted to look for yarn, of course, and I actually happened to find some. The last time I was there, they had hanks of, I want to say Spud and Chloe, but it wasn't Spud and Chloe. It was something else like that. And it was a really good price. This time, let me go grab it. It's right here. This time, they had Plymouth Select. This is a Plymouth Yarns DK Merino Superwash for $4. Granted, it's only a 50-gram hank. But it's very, very much like, I would say it's identical to the, let me grab one here. It's identical to the KNC 100% Superwash. It's identical. Feels the same, plied the same fiber content, everything's the same. So I bet you these came from the same manufacturer. They're exactly the same. This is a little more yellow than their goldenrod. Their goldenrod, which I thought I was out of, but I found one the other day. Anyway, this is called Sunshine, and it's a DK weight, 100% superwash. 100% superwash merino. It was only $4. That's not bad. So that would have been $8 for a whole 100-gram hank, and I think I was paying about $6 or $7 for the KNC. So that's not bad. The funny thing is, they had 3 of these, and they were all unhanked. So I went ahead and hanked them up like that, braided them, and put them in my little basket and brought them home. They had some other yarns. They had some Lion Brand Pima Cotton. I think they had like three balls of that. My hair. Awful. Anyway, they had like 3 balls of that. It's super soft cotton, but I've got plenty of cotton. I don't need any more. And, you know, because it's 4 weight, I don't go through it very fast. So I left that behind, and it was $5. That seems a little high to me. I think normally it's higher than that in the stores, but I forewent, however the word is for past tense, forego the Pima Cotton. They had some other yarns. They had some wool. What's that called? I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, I didn't get any of that. I brought this home, and I'm happy with that. My next stop was the electronics department because I wanted to see if they had a ring light. So my son was with me, of course, and he had come my direction, and I saw him in the electronics department, and I told him, I said, if you see a ring light, let me know. Well, in my mind, what I'm thinking is like a 12-inch ring light, right? So he went around, he looked, and he brings this huge box that is RGB ring light. And it's like an 18-inch ring light. It's huge. And it was like $25, it might have even been more than that. It might have been $35. More than I wanted to spend. So I said, no, I don't want to spend that much. Because I already have one in my Amazon cart. I've had one there for a while. Because everybody's been telling me, you need a ring light. So anyway, he went back and looked again. And he found another one that was only $12. And it was just a plain white ring light. So that's the one I decided on. And he bought it for me for my birthday. So, Sam, if you see this video, thank you again for my ring light. It's very bright. I'm trying really hard not to look at it. And here's the other problem with a big ring light. I don't know what to do about that. If anybody has any suggestions, you know, I can either tilt my head down, or I can tilt my head up, or I can just not wear my glasses. I think I hear my son. So, unless I need to read something, I'm just going to keep these off. It's not that big a deal. So, I've got the ring light. I was just telling the story about the ring light and how you bought it for me.
That's a good angle.
Yeah, it is a good angle.
Cool.
I'm excited. So, anyway, I'm trying to, there's a bunch of different brightness settings and cool light and warm light and all that. There's so many different ways. So hopefully this looks okay. I hope. It's very, very bright, and it could go even brighter than this, but I'm hoping it's okay. I mean, I could tone it down. Where's the remote at? Here's the remote. I could tone it down. I'm going to watch this back and see what would be the best setting. That might even be better. We'll see. I don't want it that bright. But I don't like the reflection on my glasses. I just don't like it. Anyway, I did a short a little bit ago just so I could see what it would look like. And I said that I would go ahead and do a long video after that. So here I am. All right, so today was crochet group day. I'm trying to think if anything happened yesterday. My birthday was last Thursday. Nothing really that special. I went to my local yarn store, and did I do a video about that already? I don't think I did. I should probably go and get that yarn. Well, here's two of them right here. Okay. I don't think I showed this. And then the other ones are over there. So we're good. I don't have to get up and go very far. All right, so I got up and I went to Knitcraft, which is, now that I'm in this town, it's very close to me. So I wanted to go and treat myself to some bougie yarn. And I looked all over the store. I looked all over. And nothing was really grabbing my attention because there's really nothing. There's not much that's there that I don't already have here. So why buy it? So I'm looking around. And of course I got to look at the discounted section, which is where they have all their discontinued yarn. And I did come across this, which is a Plymouth yarn. I guess it's a Plymouth Yarn Day. Well, this was Thursday. And this is Surrey Merino Paint. And now I'm going to have to put my glasses on because I got to read about it. So I apologize for the glare. Okay, so this is 55% Surrey alpaca, 45% extra fine merino wool. Calls for a US 7 needle, which I believe is 4 millimeter, if I'm not mistaken. It's 50 grams, approximately 110 yards. Made in Peru for Plymouth Yarns. So here it is. Surrey Merino Paint, and she had a bunch of different colors. It's very furry. Not furry, but it's got, you know, bits of alpaca sticking out, which is typical for alpaca. So my initial intention, I got 9 of these. My initial intention was to use this to make another Agatha's Reading shawl. Well, the more I looked at it after I got it home and thought about it, I thought, this is way too busy. Really fast color changes. Way too busy for an entire reading shawl. Nope. So I decided to whip up a cowl, a V-stitch cowl from Fiberflex. And I don't have it with me. I'll show it another time. I don't want to get up and go get it. But it's a really fast project. And so far I've gone through 2 of these. I think I'll go through 1 more and then stop, because I want to make it fairly wide. So I'm doing that for that. And when I was just about to give up, I was walking along in Knitcraft and saw this beautiful shawl on display. And usually they don't display crochet stuff. A lot of it is knit, which is typical for most yarn stores. So I asked Lori, I said, do you have a pattern for this? This is beautiful. I should have taken a picture of it. It was 2 different shades of Malabrigo Mechita. So pretty. This is so pretty. Gorgeous. Blues and greens. Just beautiful. Well, yeah, I could have the pattern if I bought 3. She gave it to me anyway. I only bought 2. But I think it said with the purchase of 3 hanks of Malabrigo Mechita. So I'm trying to, they didn't have both colors. They only had one of the 2 colors. So now I've got to decide which two colors. And I'm not really that good at that, matching up colors in a project. So I stood there for what felt like an eternity trying to find, and she was helping me, Lori was helping me, trying to find two colors, one solid and one variegated, that would match well in this shawl. It's a beautiful shawl. So here was my first color of inspiration. And preface this by saying I'm not a huge blue fan. There are certain shades of blue that I really like, but I generally don't gravitate towards blue. When I saw this, oh my gosh. And any of you blue fans will probably love this too. It borders on purple. It's Matisse blue. She says this is the most popular blue in the Malabrigo that they sell. That's gorgeous. And it looks pretty true to color on my screen. This is the most vibrant, almost neon blue I've ever seen. So I decided on this one for the shawl. Now I got to decide what color to match it with. And nothing was really hitting home for me. And Lori kept pulling some up and having me look, and so we finally landed on this one. I hope it looks good. If not, I might have something here that I can match with this. But I'm hoping these two look good together. This is called Sewer. These are both Malabrigo sock. Actually, this is Ultimate sock. This is sock. What's the difference? 440 yards, 420 yards. So this is 20 yards less than this. The shawl I'm doing calls for 3. 2 of the primary color and then 1 of the other. So if I run out of one or the other, I can always get more. If I run out of this, I can get more. But I'm thinking that I'm probably going to see what is in my stash that I have 2 of that I could use with this, or vice versa. Find a solid that I have 2 of to go with this. One or the other, but this is gorgeous. Sam, did I show you these? Did I show you that blue?
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? Is that not the most beautiful blue you've ever seen in your life?
Is that the only one you've got?
Yeah. I'm not a blue fan, but that's beautiful.
It is nice.
Do you think those go?
They tie in well together, yeah, depending on what you make out of it.
Oh, it'd be a shawl, of course.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence, even though I bought it. That actually looks good with it. But that's taken. Okay. So, anyway, I got those on Thursday. Go get Mama. Hi, Goob. You want to go get on my bed? Open my door so he can go in there if he wants. No? Everybody that watches me knows all about you, Goober. Sorry about that. So, that was my birthday. And I came home, and you'd think I would start on that shawl. No, I didn't start on that shawl. And I forgot to silence my notifications. So I'm hoping that did not come over. Do not disturb. Okay. I did not start on that pattern that I got at Knitcraft. Instead, and I don't know what led me to this pattern, but it's gorgeous. Oh, I know what led me to it. I went to the Malabrigo website because I wanted to see if that pattern, how much that pattern was, if it was there and if it was free. And I got suckered into buying yarn for a pattern. I didn't see it on the website after narrowing down my search of shawls. So, in looking through the website, I came upon a shawl called, I'm trying to find the very front page. Oh, there it is. It's called the Escape Shawl. And it's by Lena Fedotova. And there it is. Look at this. It looks like peacock feathers. It's gorgeous. It is so pretty. This is probably the prettiest pattern I've ever seen in my life. So of course I had to start it. So I started it. And believe it or not, it's easy. It is easy. It's a 6-row repeat, but 4 of those 6 rows are single crochet back loop. 4 rows. How easy is that? And then 2 rows, I've never done this stitch before, and it's what makes what looks like in the finished, it looks like a wave, but they're circles. So let me show you. Oh, I hear fireworks going off. That's not so, I expected this last night. I expected to hear fireworks last night, but I didn't. Let's see. Let me see if I have I had a stitch marker in here. I think I moved it. Oh, well. Okay. I'm just going to put a hair clippy so this doesn't get pulled out. All right. So I took this with me to crochet group today. This is the wrong side, so this is the right side. But you see what look like waves. These are circles. So you have a top, and then your next row is the bottom to complete the circle. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And it's so easy. And I'm not using the Malabrigo yarn. I am using one of my yarns from Zen Yarn Garden. And it's the glitter, super fine glitter, 90% super fine superwash merino and 10% stellina. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is some gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. And I influenced a fellow YouTuber to go and buy some Zen Yarn Garden yarn. I can't wait to see what she gets. Hi, Burniadine. Burniadine at How the Hook Turns. But there's the shawl. So I'll keep going. I have 3 hanks of this, and I'm just going to keep going till I'm done. But here's something that I've noticed. The pattern calls for a 3.5mm hook. And again, the majority of it is back loop single crochet. So that doesn't make for a very drapey material. I didn't think about that. But the more I went on, I'm like, this isn't really, it's very solid. It's a very solid fabric. So you can't even see through it. Can't even see through it. So I emailed the designer And much to my surprise, she emailed me back the next day, and I had asked her, is this normal that it should be this solid? And thankfully she said yes, that it happened to her also. But after blocking, it was fine. So she actually suggested that I block it now to see how it looks. I moved up to a 3.75 millimeter hook, and I told her that I'm thinking about moving up to a 4. I may stay at the 3.75. I mean, I can't possibly stitch it any looser. It's the majority of it is single crochet. The only part that isn't single crochet is the circles, which are doubles. The rest of it is single, whether back loop or through the whole stitch. The majority of it is single crochet. Well, single crochet is a tighter stitch, right? Of course it is. So I'm going to keep going with the 3.75, hoping that when I'm done and I block it, it's fine. So I'm really enjoying working on it and watching the colors play out. It's so unbelievably beautiful. It's gorgeous. If anybody out there is interested in this particular colorway, it is called Old Quilt, and it's still available. It's gorgeous. Purples and blues and greens, and like magenta. It's gorgeous. And I mean, have you ever seen anything so beautiful in your life? I haven't. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I am so anxious to finish it. And it really is easy. It really is. As long as you pay attention, especially when you get to the double crochets. So the bottom part of the circle is 7 double crochets together. So you yarn over, go into your first, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, go into the next. You do that for 7 stitches. And then by then you have, I believe, 8 loops on your hook, and you pull through all 8. So you've got that half circle there, created by the 7 doubles held together at the top. Next row you go back and you're putting 7 doubles in the top of that 7 double crochet together stitch. That completes the top part of the circle. It's so easy. So as long as you get your stitch count right for the circle, you can't go wrong. I had to rip back 4 rows because my count didn't end right, and that's what happened because I redid it today. I had to go back and do the second half of that circle with 7s. So I must have miscounted on 1 or 2 or 3. I don't know. I was 4 stitches shy. So now everything is right. So I'm set up to keep going. And I encourage you, if you want to make that shawl, you can either get it on the Malabrigo website, and I think when you click on the pattern on the Malabrigo website, it takes you to Ravelry. So you could look up the designer's name on Ravelry, or just go to the Malabrigo website and look for the escape shawl, or type in escape shawl on Ravelry, and it should be there. I believe that's where I got it. And it was $8. That's $8 well spent, because I can make those. I can make a bunch of those. That's gorgeous. And you can do a smaller version with 2 hanks, or the larger version with 3. And their hank, they're considering 420 yards. my hanks of this Zen Yarn Garden are only 400. So I'll be anxious to see how far I get with 3 hanks. I considered doing a row of solid gray, but I think I'm too far into it now to do that. I think that would look really bad. So I'm just going to keep going. And who knows, you know, maybe I can afford to buy another one so that I know I have enough to make it big enough. And once I finish it and get it blocked, I will definitely share it with you because it's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. I wish I had the opportunity to wear them out. I don't go anywhere. You know, I don't dress up. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And I know somebody out there will appreciate it. It's just beautiful. I can't say enough about it, obviously. So anyway, I did that on Thursday on my birthday. So what better way? Go shopping and then start a new project on the birthday. That was like my perfect birthday for me. I really enjoyed it. So I had a lot of people wishing me happy birthday on Facebook. So that was very nice. And, you know, my son has been working and he's working this job now where he works 4 10-hour days. So he's off this weekend and he's off tomorrow, Monday. So anyway, today I had crochet group and that was nice. There wasn't very many people there. I don't know why not as many people are showing up. We used to have a room packed. We used to have it packed in there. Now we had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, I think, today. I think only 7 people today. Not very many at all. But it's still a nice time. And it's a, you know, it's a fun opportunity to get out and, you know, share our projects and work on our projects and chit chat with a bunch of hens. And it was just a good time. And my friend Jeanette, she's working on the marine cardigan. I encouraged her, shared her that pattern, and she's doing the marine cardigan. And she's working on the sleeves now. And so she'll be finishing that pretty soon. I shared the escape shawl with her. So I'm hoping that she'll make one of those one day soon. Most everybody else, they do blankets or they do amigurumi. I don't think there's any other ladies there that do shawls. I think I'm the only one. At least that's what I think. No one ever has told me anything about making shawls. So, although my friend Debbie, she didn't come today because I didn't tell her in time. So she didn't come today, but I know the last time she was there, she was working on a shawl, I believe. Or was it a poncho? I think it's a shawl. So I should ask her. I should ask her if she finished it. Anyway, so that was a nice time. The weather was beautiful today. It's been so hot and humid here where I am. Today, there was virtually no humidity. I don't even think it hit 80 degrees today. It was so pleasant outside. So pleasant. I went outside and had a little bit of coffee. I did a little short. Posted that earlier today. I hear the fireworks again. Something that occurred to me, and you guys can chime in on this and tell me what you've been experiencing. But normally where I am, of course I'm in a different area now, but I'm in an urban setting. I'm in a regular neighborhood. Where before I was in a more rural setting. But still, even there, the week leading up to the 4th of July, everybody's shooting off fireworks. Especially if the 4th of July happens to be during the week. A lot of the displays happen the weekend before. So, I don't know if there was a display last night in the town where I used to live. I didn't ask. I thought about asking, but it doesn't matter. I figured last night my street would just be full of kids blowing off bottle rockets and doing Roman candles and what have you. I thought there would be all kinds of noise. No, there's not. It's so bizarre. It's really bizarre. So I'd kind of like to know what you guys are experiencing, if it's the same everywhere, because this economy sucks and people don't have the extra income to go and buy fireworks that probably cost 20% more than they did last year. So I'd like to hear your experiences. Are you hearing fireworks in your area this week or this weekend? Because there was nothing here. I don't know what Thursday's going to look like, being the actual 4th. I can't imagine it would be the weekend after the 4th. So it's just weird. It's a different vibe this year. Tell me how it is in your area. I'm curious, because I have a feeling it's going on everywhere. It's painful everywhere. Gas has gone up almost 20 cents since the last time I got gas. It's getting really bad. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Crochet group was fun. I came home and let's see. I stopped and put a little bit of gas in the car. Oh, I was driving my son's car because he parks behind me, and it's just easier for me to take his car than have to get in his car and move it and park it on the street and then get in my car, which I have no air conditioning in my car. Of course, today I really didn't need it. It wasn't that hot. But anyway, I took his car. And about halfway to crochet group, I got this little message on the dash display saying check tire pressure. And his car is cool because it tells me what tire and it tells me what the pressure is. So I'm like, that's cool. So anyway, I stopped at the gas station in town before I went to crochet group and put some air in that tire. He didn't have, if he had a gauge, I didn't know where it was, and the pump didn't, or the air machine didn't have a built-in gauge, so I didn't know when to stop. So I just put air in till I thought it was sufficient, and I went to go hang the hose back up, and away I went. Well, after I left crochet group, and I'm getting on the highway, I'm thinking, did I put the cap back on the stem? I don't think I did. I know I didn't. So I get off the highway at the next exit for the town, and I went back to the gas station where I was. Thankfully, I got a word from the Lord. It said, you better slow down. I looked down at my speedometer and I was doing almost 60. It's this straightaway on the outskirts of town, and it's 35 miles an hour. I'm like, why is it 35? It should be at least 45. It's just a straightaway. There's no houses. There's fields on both sides. Why is it only 35? So I look down, I'm going almost 60. I'm like, oh, I better slow down. I didn't realize I was going to, you can go so fast in his car and you don't even feel it. Well, as soon as I slowed down and I even hit the brakes, I come to the top of a hill, and guess what's there? There's a cop taking radar. So thank you, Jesus. I thanked him right away because he told me, you better slow down. I was just zipping right along, looked down. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was going this fast. So there was a blessing. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. So anyway, I go to the gas station where I was. And as I'm pulling in, I said, oh, I see the cap on the ground. I see it. Thank you, Jesus. So I pull in, trying to avoid not to run over it. And I get out and I go pick it up. You guys, what are the odds that in 2 hours somebody pulled in there and got air, first of all? Second of all, ran over that cap. Squished it. Squished it almost flat. What are the odds? I mean, how big are those caps? That big? Why? Why did you have to run over the cap? So I went into the gas station hoping that they would have caps for sale because I know they sell oil. No caps. So, I'm not familiar with this car. So I'm hoping that, I'm okay without the cap. So I get home and the first thing I did was rob a cap off of my car, put it on his car. Because I don't know when I'm going to drive my car again. I need an oil change. I don't want to drive it until I know I'm ready to go get an oil change. So my son comes outside and I'm bending over trying to get this cap off my car. And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I unscrewed it and I put it in his hand. I said, I owe you a valve stem cap. He's like, why? What did you do? I said, I'll tell you inside. So he went, put it on his car, went inside. I told him the whole story. So now I need to buy myself some new caps to replace the one I robbed off of my car. Hopefully that tire will hold air till I can get caps or something, or send my son to go get some and I'll pay for them. Anyway, that was my event for today. Yeah. Got gas. Stopped and got a quart of oil for my car because I'm about a quart low. So I did that. Came home. And my son said, you still want to go out and have dinner? I guess. Where can we go? So that started the whole, okay, this is closed because it's Sunday. That's close. I don't know. This is too far. So let's pick somewhere close. So we did. I don't know how long we were gone, but Goober was in the backyard. It was a beautiful day. He was fine. I checked in on him, with my outdoor camera, and he was fine. I set a bowl of water out in the shed with the doors open, and he was fine. He was glad we were back, but he was fine. And I'm glad it was a beautiful day today. So I guess that's all that I have to share with you. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my newest Texas friend in crochet. Her name is Burniadine. I mentioned her earlier, and she's with How the Hook Turns, and she is making an Agatha's Reading shawl right now. And I encouraged her to make one. She's really enjoying it. So I showed her this escape shawl, and she went and bought some Zen Yarn Garden yarn, and maybe she'll make a shawl. Who knows? That'll be interesting to watch her do that, because every project I've seen her make has been with heavier yarn. So it's nice to see somebody who enjoys working with fine yarns like I do. I love it. I just love it. I wanted something quick last night, and that's why I pulled this out and decided I would make a cowl. So that's almost done. And then, this V-stitch cowl works up so fast. I started another one with a 2-weight yarn. So I'm going to keep going with that. Like I said, this was a Fiberflux tutorial. And the one I watched, she made with a 2-weight yarn. And she made it really wide. So I'm doing it with a cotton yarn, color changing yarn. I would go get it, but there's hardly enough to share, so I'll share it next time. But it's a mindless project. It's just V-stitches all the way around. Just V-stitches on top of V-stitches all the way around. So it's fast. It's super fast. But I saw another one that I'm thinking about making with a couple of skeins of some Red Heart Unforgettable that I have. I might do that. I got to get ready for fall, because it'll be here, before we know it. Something else that happened. The guy or company that I had hired to mow my grass, he was coming every 2 weeks. If you remember, I told you his son cut down my sunflowers. Anyway, he came and mowed last Thursday, and because of the sunflowers and because I had to wait an extra week for service because of the heat and because of equipment failure, I had to wait a whole week. I only paid him just a little over half of what I normally do. So I'm thinking that he's kind of upset about that, even though he said that was fine, he understood. I get a message yesterday, and he's decided not to have bi-weekly customers anymore. And from what I've understood, a lot of companies won't do bi-weekly. If you don't want weekly service, they don't want to take care of you. So I bit the bullet and decided to buy a mower. And I bought an electric mower. Not because of the climate. No, not because of the climate. But because I don't want to have to deal with gas and oil. I just don't want to have to deal with it. The reviews on this particular machine are very good. So I'm anxious to get it, because my lawn needs mowed bad. I won't get the mower until next Friday. I'm going to pray that it comes earlier than that. Of course, then, my son would have to mow before he goes to work. I don't know. Oh well. Hopefully my neighbors don't get too mad, and hopefully we don't get the mice coming in the house because the grass is too high. Anyway, all right. That is my update for y'all. I don't ever say that word. I will keep you updated on my shawl progress. And the next video I do, I will probably share those cowls that I'm doing. In the meantime, put some comments below. Tell me what you think about the lighting. And we'll eventually get it looking good. I just like that it's got a phone mount. I do like that part. So this is way better. This is a way better setup. My desk is to my left, so don't have to worry about putting the tripod on top of my desk, because I already don't have very much room there. Yeah. So I kind of like how this is looking. I can't wait to watch it on TV. Watch it back. See how it looks. All right. With that all out of the way, I'm going to sign off now, guys. We're at 50 minutes. So thank you so much for joining. For all my new subscribers, I probably should have said this in the beginning because they're probably not watching now. Any new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it very much. Any returning subscribers or returning yarn friends, thank you for checking me out again. I appreciate you more than you know, that you would just take time to sit and watch the ramblings of this lady, talk about her yarn. Nothing fancy here. There's never anything fancy here. I don't script, I don't even have that great a personality. I don't sit here and laugh at myself. And I shouldn't say that, because if you do that, that's fine. That's just not me. Sure, sometimes things tickle me, but I don't know. What you see is what you get. This is what you get. And I hope you like it. And I need to figure something out so that I can wear my glasses, because that doesn't work, right? And I don't have any reflective on my lenses, so it's really, really white. I don't know. I don't know how to prevent that. That's really distracting. I could look down like this. I don't think that's very flattering. So there we go. All right. I'm going to sign off now, because this is what I do. I ramble. I think I'm going to go work on my shawl. It's getting to be bedtime, though. My eyes are feeling it. And I got to get up early in the morning, I think. Fairly early. Ooh, I'm feeling sleepy. So maybe it's later than I think it is. So anyway, thank you again for watching. Thank you for hanging in with me this long if you did. I appreciate it so much. I will do another video later in the week, I assume, because I'm supposed to be getting yarn on Tuesday. My son ordered me something for my birthday. It's supposed to be here Wednesday. My mower's coming Friday. So it's going to be a day of packages, or it's going to be a week of packages. Who doesn't love packages? So with all that, I'm going to let you go. And in the meantime, remember, God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you. Take care. And I will see you on the next video, you guys. Love y'all. Bye.